Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Speaking of Curves. I'm Marie Dene, the creator of The Curvy Fashionista. I'm here to we do this live every Thursday, right? Every Thursday at noon. We are here to chat with other business owners, influencers, creators, business owners to show out to basically for you to get to know them so that you can show them love and support, especially now as we're in a Rona, in this panini, and we're just trying to figure out how to keep everyone moving forward, right? Keeping everyone encouraged, but most importantly, supporting the small plus size businesses, plus size adjacent. That's to really help them ensure that they're on the other side of the Rona, right? And so that's why I started this, and it's been really encouraging, just like selfishly, because it's helped me stay motivated and encouraged and excited about and sometimes just even affirming, right? Like, you're not in this alone, talking with other business owners. It's really encouraging, and it's really exciting to be able to share with you, have different conversations, whether it's talking about mental health, being innovative, overcoming odds, taking leaps of faith, right? And so today's guest, I'm really excited about her because it's been like literally has used the Rona to launch her business, right? We talk about pivot, we talk about, innovation in the Rona. Like this person, our special guest, literally started her business during the Rona and has literally just like taken a growth from and has grown from there. We featured her a few weeks back, and I love like how she kind of came about and heard about our brand, and now she's being featured, now she's being interviewed. So as you're joining in, do me a favor, say hello, let us know where you're tuning in from. If you have questions, comments, any of those things, make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you show our guests some love. Do me a favor and welcome Miss Carla of Mary Brown Girl. Hello,
Hello.
Carla.
Hello, Marie.
Thank you so much for coming, for being a guest. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So, if you guys out there are vintage lovers, love a good thrift, love to do resale, love to get some fun fashion on a budget, loving to look for options and want to support a small business, especially who supports plus size fashion, you're going to want to stay tuned and keep listening because Miss Carla is up to some fun things. Now, Miss Carla,
Hmm.
the girls are already saying, "Hey, girl."
Hey.
Lorna said, "I'm the guest big sister from
Yes, she
Jackson."
is.
That's her big sister.
That's my oldest sister.
Hi, Lorna. Hey, big sister. Yes, guest big sister. I love it. I'm loving all the support already. You've got Jaden coming in from New York. We've got Debbie from Texas. We've got Keisha from Arkansas. We've got Tanny. Tanny's always on here, so she's always showing love. So you do plus size, or you do vintage and resale, correct?
Correct.
And you started this business during the Rona.
Yes.
Girl, tell us this story. How'd that happen?
So I had a friend at the time. She would go to the Goodwill bins and she would get all of these items and then resell them on Poshmark and Macari. And I was like, okay, what if I could do that? But I didn't want to do it by myself. So we started originally Loren Thrift Co. And Loren in French means queen. And so I started Loren Thrift Co. Then I decided, well, I kind of want to do this by myself. When I came back from a trip to New York in September. And so I was like, well, I don't want to just resell regular items. Like I love vintage items. So I went and I sourced a whole bunch of vintage items from antique stores, high-end thrift stores, and even estate sales. And that's how I built my collection. And then I was like, that's it. I'm just going to go ahead and launch my Shopify site. I have to do it. So I did it in October and then I've been doing it ever since.
That is impressive. I mean, especially during the Rona, because like everyone's kind of like, what the hell is happening? How do I navigate this? For you, you saw it as an opportunity to kind of explore or test the
Mhm.
waters.
Right, exactly. Test the waters. I mean, the worst that can happen is I shut the site down and then just continue to resell on Poshmark, Mercari, Curtsy, and Depop. That's how I looked at it, but it hasn't happened. It's just been going up and going up. The support is coming more. The people who are finding out about the site are just coming from all walks of life. So it's just been beautiful to experience.
Now, where are you based for those who don't know?
I'm based in Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, so we've got Florida in the house.
Yes, we
So,
do.
so for someone like who wants to shop with you,
Mhm,
walk us through a little bit of your process. Like, I mean,
mhm,
do you sell via like an Instagram live? Do you have a newsletter? Like, how can
mhm,
folks connect with you? And you don't just sell plus size, correct?
mhm. Nope, I don't just sell plus size. I also sell what I call like standard sizes. The sizes who typically don't have like a W, like the women's behind it, or anything that's smaller than like size 12 for women. I do sell plus size men items, and I've been having my partner model those for me. So that's been exciting because I was like, I wanted it to be inclusive for someone who might have broader shoulders than myself, someone who may have more of a who want more of a masculine forefront than what I'm looking for. And so that's why I went ahead and I started adding what I would say are men items, but not really. It's just more of a masculine touch if you're looking for something like that. Because
I
I don't put
appreciate that.
gender.
Right,
Yeah,
I
I
appreciate
don't put
that.
gender on my items because I shop in the men's section. That's where my vest is from. So I don't think that you have to go to the section just because of how you look. Shop for what's comfortable. So excuse me, but from when I receive like the item, I do not bring the items in my home for 24 hours. Typically, I leave them in my trunk, just in case, depending on where I get them from, especially because some stores do not wash their items. So I'll leave them in my trunk for 24 hours in the bag that they're in. Then from there, I'll bring them in. If they need to be dry cleaned, I'll take them to the dry cleaners. There's literally one like a block away from me, and they have a pretty good discount. Usually it's just like the wool items. Or I'll call my granny and ask her how I need to wash them. So some of them are hand washed because I don't want you to get them and then they're all shrunk. So I
Right.
wash them when I receive them, take the picture in it, wash it again, and then they go and they hang up in my storage closet until they're sold.
I love it. I love it. So if you guys are just joining us, we're chatting with Miss Carla of Mary Brown Girl. She is a vintage reseller. She has launched her business in the middle of a pandemic, y'all. She used this as an opportunity to kind of like take a leap of faith on a passion of hers, right? And so we're talking with her, getting to know a little bit about how she got started, and where she's, where her business is growing into. And so as you guys are joining in, don't be shy. Show some love. Give her some hearts, some thumbs up, and let us know and ask us some questions because I know there's someone out there who's got a question who wants to start something and they're kind of like, well, how the hell do you do it?
Hmm.
And so Ms. Devin has said, Miss Carla, hi Carla, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Devin.
I mean, because literally, like, just taking a leap of faith like that has to be nerve-wracking. But
Yeah,
you sound like you have an amazing support system around you.
I do. And I can't thank anybody who's in my circle for that enough. Like, I like to say I have a small circle, but then when I thought about like how many group chats I was talking in this morning, I have circles, like I have small circles. And so I'm very thankful for that because a lot of times with small businesses, you expect the people closest to you to support you monetarily, like with money. But a lot of times it's just sharing it, just finding out
Right.
about it. My coworkers knowing that, hey, I have to do this today. And I'm like, girl, go ahead. My boss has ordered for me. She's highly supportive, and that just makes me so,
Did you
so,
just
so
say
happy.
your boss ordered from you?
Yes.
Girl, can we talk about this for a second? Because like this is right now, you started it, but you still work a full-time job.
Hmm.
Your job is supportive of your journey.
Hmm.
They are.
Yes.
I mean, that's rare. Like, sometimes people keep their little side hustles like quiet
I
because they don't
try
get that.
to.
You were trying to? How did I
Hmm.
find out? How did they find out?
So we were talking about small businesses, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love small businesses so much." This was in January, because another young lady who previously worked where I'm working at now, she had a small business where she makes like hand soaps, candles, and I smelled her candles, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And she's located out in Nocatee here in Jacksonville. And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go see her, and then maybe I can connect with her and collab with her with my small business." And then when I said, I was like, because I didn't
Oh,
want them to know. And so then
right.
we started
So
talking
you
about
told
it.
on yourself.
hmm
Uh-huh. And what happened?
They went to my site and everybody was looking at it and they signed up for my newsletter. And then I got two orders and I was like, y'all are
Oh,
so
that's
nice. Thank you.
amazing. That you are very fortunate with that because
Yeah.
oftentimes like not a lot of jobs are supportive of side jobs, right? So you now have your job knows they're ordering from you, and then now like you talked about your groups, right? Your family and close friends, but you also dropped a gem. You said that sometimes like your close knit, the people close to you, they may not support you monetarily. There you are, you're here. You
Sorry.
go back to that's okay, baby. So that you said that they may not support you monetarily, but they support you like in other ways. Can you just
hmm
run those down? Because oftentimes people think that support is only monetary, but
hmm
sometimes it's just a share or a
hmm
like or a comment. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So one of my friends stays in New York. And so she also sells, well, I consider her my best friend because her and Devin and Haley, that's who that was. I'm so proud of you. That's Devin. Devin and Haley, we all stay in like different cities, but they're just so supportive. Whether it's them sharing on their stories, so then they're reaching out to like their alumni. We all attended historically Black colleges or universities, and so reaching them is why I got orders in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I know that for a fact. It's why I got orders in Birmingham, Alabama, and all of that because they're resharing on their pages. They're talking about it word of mouth, sharing it with their line sisters, whatever they're doing, they're helping me. From my oldest sister, oh, excuse me, from my oldest sister, she has a lot of friends who, of course, are older than me because I'm 24 and she's, how old is Lauren? She's like 38, I believe. Well, she'll be 38 this year. And so she's reaching another age bracket for me where then they're then going and they're signing up
Come
for
on,
my
marketing
newsletter.
channel. Come on, marketing channels.
So yeah, so that's the way I like to do it. And then just having to reshare on Twitter. I had to start my Twitter from scratch because my current Twitter, my personal Twitter, it was shut down. And so when I started my current Twitter,
No.
Mary Brown Girl, I had to start it from 0 followers. So I just started promoting, calling, just telling people, hey, I'm a small Black-owned business. Follow me here, find out about me, and then having them promote me, them reshare. Just like you, like when you were posting your blog, but then you're also tagging me, that's free promo. And so that's the way that you can get support without getting orders. Every order counts, but more so every reshare counts. Every word of mouth, every email, everybody talking about you in conversation because everybody
You're
knows somebody.
right, and you're operating in such a space of gratitude.
hmm
Like and I think sometimes like some your sister said, I think that's Lorna, right?
hmm
Lorna said, girl, she's 35.
Oh, sorry.
She said, don't be putting ages, don't be putting years on her.
I have to add sometimes. It's really bad. I have to add
That's okay.
sometimes.
That's okay. So shout out to Nat, is it
Hey,
Natalie?
Natalie.
Natalie, yeah, she said she's such a fan and she's launching her boutique. Shout out to you, love, because
Yes.
starting a business ain't easy and ain't for the weak. Mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm. So I saw that comment with your sister and I just like I totally lost my train of thought, but it was really hilarious. I had to tell you. She was like, get that right.
She'll
So
check me.
I mean, but that's what big sisters do. I'm a big sister. I surely will. And I
Hmm.
mean, I only got a couple of years on my sister, but I'm the oldest.
Hmm.
So for you, you've been in business, you haven't even been in business a year yet.
Mm-mm.
And you're over here operating in a space of gratitude, being grateful for each share. If you are a new business owner, if you're an aspiring business owner, it is important that you show up the same, whether it's one person or 20 people or 200 people or 2,000 people.
Mhm.
So for you, what is going to come next then, love? Like, what is next for you? Like, you haven't even hit a year yet, but what is that next step, and how can we help you get there?
My next step is making sure that I continue to try to look for pop-up shops in the Jacksonville and surrounding areas. And then from there, try to solidify a brick and mortar opportunity here in Jacksonville. There's a specific area that I'm looking for, and it's called Riverside. The rent spaces, rental locations out there, they're pretty costly, but it pays off and it's worth it. And so I would love to get a brick and mortar storefront within the next year.
I that's amazing. I long ago had a dream of having my own physical boutique.
Hmm.
And then the Curvy Fashionista took a different turn. So I was like, oh, we're going this way. And so I kind of like followed that path. Who knows? It may bring me back, down the road, but I'm here. So it's not an easy thing, but I give so much props to those like you who take that leap of faith, who set up those plans and who make it happen.
Yeah.
So what can we do to support you?
To support me, you can shop marybrown.girl.com. It's spelled like how you see it right here in front of you, on top of me, I guess. It's without the O, marybrown.girl.com. You can go there and shop. Oh my gosh, that's my mother.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Miss Jacqueline. How you doing? Hi, Mom.
I'm so
Happy
sorry.
say hi. You done told on yourself. You said that it was your mom, right? That's
Yes,
Mom. Hey, Mom. Shout
and I
out to
can't
Mom,
hold it in.
baby.
Hey, mama.
She said she had
Yeah,
to come back after being off of Facebook for 10 years. That's love.
that's love. Because my mom does not do Facebook. As we say, she does not have an Instagram.
I
But
love
yes, so that's definitely how you can support me. You can definitely follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as Pinterest, because I'm very, very active on Pinterest. So, yeah.
nice, nice, nice. And so, to Debbie's comment, she was saying you wish you could show us some of your collection. We did share the URL.
Hmm.
We did share the URL so that way you can go to the site. And she has new pieces that drop I'm setting it up for you.
Every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So if you're looking for new things, want to see what she has, you can go, you can literally sign up for her newsletter. So every Monday you get the email like, yo, we got new pieces.
Hmm.
And for those of you guys, so listen, we're in Arona, we're chilling in mostly loungewear pieces. The only time I get dressed up is on Thursdays for y'all. That's the only time. Makeup, hair, all that fun stuff. But on days off, like I've been going through my closet, purging, getting rid of things. So for you, when it comes to product, some vintage, some people resell. What is your process if people wanted to send you items to go, especially to kind of build up your plus arsenal? How could they send you stuff?
So if you want to send me items at the bottom of Mary Brown Girl, like at the way bottom of the page of the home page, you'll see a donations tab. When you click on the donation tab, it'll have you fill out a form. From there, I'll contact you, ask you if you have a priority shipping box that you can put it in. If not, I'll let you know you can go to the post office and do it that way. And then I'll send you the label, I email you the label, and I'll pay for the shipping so that you can then ship it back to me.
Whoop. So now here she just shared, like, if you want to send items, if you have some vintage items and you're just like, you know what, she lived a good life in my closet and it's time to pass her on to the next person. She takes donations. I did drop the Google, it's a Google Doc. I did drop that. That's the link that her donation request goes to. So therefore you can go ahead and, submit the form and be like, yo, I've got a couple of pieces. I want to send them to you, and she will go through that process. So therefore, it's like everyone's being able to help. For me, I send my pieces to different resale or what do you call it, like resale secondhand. I send my
Mhm.
pieces there because, like,
Consignment. Hmm.
yeah, just to keep it recycling. And then the things that aren't good enough for recycling, I donate. So, for you guys out there, if you've been cleaning your closet and having like some serious conversations with yourself about Are you really gonna wear this? Is it bringing you joy? Right? Like Marie Kondo. Like, this, no, I'm serious, right? So like spaces and places like Mary Brown Girl are here to take your pieces, right? They're here to receive your pieces so that they can pay it forward. And then you're literally helping the plus economy, right? You're literally helping the economy, local businesses, you're shopping small, and it's kind of paying itself forward. Lawson J. Bodie said, proud of you, Carla girl.
Thank you, Mr. Body.
And then Natalie said she loves your website.
Thank you. I'm excited for yours to drop.
Aw. And so like you've got a lot of support already, and you've got your folks here, they're giving you love. So what kind of pieces do you find that's like the hardest when we talk vintage, when we talk plus size vintage? Like what pieces do you find the most, and what is it the hardest to find in plus?
The hardest thing to find with plus is decent sized jeans. Because typically when you get a pair of jeans as a plus size person, you're going to hold on to them and you're going to give them away when it's time to give them away. And so plus size denim is extremely hard to find. And when I find it, it's a dime a dozen. Sometimes I'll have people DM me on Instagram asking, when are you going to get some more? And it's just like, I'll let you know when I get them, but it until then it's really difficult. So those are very difficult to find. The easiest thing to find with plus size fashion is dresses.
We have a question real quick. Is everything vintage, or do you take also new pieces or new clothing items?
I do accept new clothing items. Those type items I resell on Macari, Poshmark, and Curtsy. For new items, I do not sell them for typically more than $10 just because I feel like it's a donation. And so it's all profit. So there's no need for me to, you give me something for free and I'm gonna go and resell it for $50 just because I can. So typically I don't resell for over $10 if it's something that's brand new. But I do accept brand new items, not just vintage.
Awesome. And then we had another question from Nikki. Nikki said, it's a storefront next to her property for rent, honey. She said, ask me about it.
Girl, I'll be DMing you, don't worry.
Miss Nikki, are you in Jacksonville, Miss Nikki? Because that's where
Is.
she's. Oh, you know her?
That's my
I
middle
love
sister.
how your tribe is coming through. I love it. I love it. They're showing you so much love and support right now. But Miss Nikki said, yo, there's somewhere open right next to her. Love it. Love it. And oh, Tammy says she has some things she can send. Most are brand new. So that she also said, great question. So you're gonna look forward to getting a couple of pieces from our live folks, right? So for you, like, is there anything that you won't sell?
What I won't sell are children items. For those, when I go to the thrift store and I see children items, I prefer to leave them just because my mom was a single parent. And so we didn't per se go to the thrift store, but we did wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we would hit JCPenney doorbuster sales like it was nobody's business. Because I was a husky kid. And so she had to shop
Oh, you
in
know
plus
what?
size
I remember
section.
them JCPenney Husky. I remember those.
But I was always cute, you know. And so, hey, you never knew where we had to go, but she had to do what she had to do. So I would rather leave those. And then my oldest sister, she's a single parent. And so with her having four girls, I'm like, I don't want to take that and then go and resell it when there's somebody that can come and get it, especially like baby clothes. Babies grow out of their clothes so frequently. And so it's literally brand new items that I'll see. Sometimes I'll pick them up and then I'll just go and I'll redonate them. Or if I know one of my friends are going to be expecting soon or one of my family members, then I'll take it and then I'll just wash it really good with the oh, it's in a pink bottle, the pink laundry detergent bottle. I'll wash it with like the baby soap and then give it to them to regift it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I appreciate you saying, like you understand some of the challenges, like, and when you see kids clothes, so you keep it there so that people can actually, who are, needing those things and trying to find them. So you say you find a lot of dresses come frequently, and the harder thing to find, Keisha said it's dress. It's
Dress,
dress.
thank you.
Yes. Natalie says she's getting ready to purge. So Natalie, we dropped the donation link. It's a Google Doc. We did share that in the comment section. However, on her site, Mary Brown Girl, at the very bottom, there is a donation tab that you can just click and it'll take you to the donation link. Yes. And Lorna says she got some vintage pieces, honey. She's sending them your way.
I'll be
I love it.
up.
If you guys are just joining, real quick, we're here with Miss Carla of Mary Brown Girl. She is a vintage reseller. She caters to the plus size folks. And we're learning about her journey because real wildly, like she launched during the pandemic, right? She literally launched this new business during a pandemic with the support of her employer, because she does work full time. This is her new side job, new side gig, right? And she's growing this business, and we took a liking to her. We wrote about her, and then we're like, yo, you want to be on our lives? Like, let's chat. And so one of the things that's really cool is that like how she's starting and like she's taken us through her process. So Carla, tell me, did you in a million years imagine yourself doing what you're doing now?
No. When I was in high school, I would go to the thrift store. It was owned by at the time by First Coast No More Homeless Pets. Everything there was 50 cents. So I would go there, and my mom would only give me my phone like $5, because then when I come out, it's a garbage bag full of stuff. And she's like, I didn't have room in my closet for it. So then I was trying to use her closet, the hallway closet. I was trying to find somewhere to put it. But
Uh-oh.
that pushed me into like what I'm doing now. People would pay me at school, give me like $10 to go and get them items. And they would say, oh, I only want 4 things. I never told them it was only 50 cents. So then I consider that like my buyer's fee, my styling fee. So I
Come
would
on.
keep that. And so that's kind of like how I was like, okay, well, if
So
I'm not doing that, I've always
you
been into thrifting. Yeah.
you've always been doing it, and now like you had this opportunity and you just ran straight through and took it.
I did.
And so 5 years from now, where do you envision Mary Brown Girl? Where is Carla and Mary Brown Girl?
5 years from now, I want to be able to have minimum about 20 employees, 20 full-time employees. I want to be able to have a full-time photographer on staff. I want to have someone who's going to be able to handle my marketing, because it is a lot trying to do so many different social media platforms at one time when it's just you. In 5 years, I want to have at least 2 storefronts, because I just see that it's possible. There's no reason why I should not be able to obtain that. And I definitely want to be retired. I keep telling my mom I don't want to work until I'm 65. I want to go into business for myself. I want to work because this is what I've been wanting to do since I was 13, working in this line of work, but not forever. I want to be able to live out my dream and then just sit back and be like, so yeah.
I mean, let me just tell you something. You said you're 24, right?
Yes.
That is an amazing 5-year plan.
Hmm.
Amazing, because I think at 24, I'm about to be 40. So at 24, I was like, I was still in my MBA program,
Hmm.
and I had no idea what I swore I was going to be somebody's retail executive.
Hmm.
I have to give it to you because that is so impressive. Like, and especially, I want you to hold on to that. And if you have not written that down,
I
I
have.
need you to. You have.
Yes.
That's why you was able to.
I write down every month in what I call my brain.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like that is an amazing. But I tell you, in all sincerity, like remind yourself and keep going back to that because eventually it'd be like, like just
Hmm.
swiping things off, scratching it out as hitting your target. So that is impressive and really, really, really exciting. Thank you so much, darling, for joining us.
Thank you.
We wrapped up. So do me a favor and tell everyone again where and how they can follow you.
You can find me on almost every social media platform except for TikTok. at Mary Brown Girl, and the Brown is without the O. You can shop my website at marybrown.girl.com. If you don't see anything that you may like, you can definitely send me a DM. I do personal styling services where I will ship the items to you. Or you could just sign up for the newsletter, buy a gift card, find something for somebody else, do something. But yes, or just share by word of mouth. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
chat.
you.
We're definitely going to keep following you on your journey. I speak nothing but future success. Natalie says she prays success over your business. I pray for 6 figures within 5 years.
I'm gonna
I mean,
tell you.
yeah,
Okay.
we are all receiving that for you, darling.
Thank
Right?
you.
Really exciting. Thank you guys so much for those who are watching. I'm here with Carla
Yes.
of Mary Brown Girl. We do these lives every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. If you've just joined in, you can join us on the rewatch. But we interview different business owners, designers, influencers, creators, especially now, like in showing how you can support them, especially through the Rona. And it's also to ensure that we have these small businesses on the other side, right? And so make sure you guys tune into thecurvyfashionista.com for the latest news, recaps, updates about what's going on in the plus size space. I am Marie Dene, the creator of The Curvy Fashionista, and thank you so much for tuning